All right, guys. So, in esports news, NFL teams are kind of buying into the Overwatch teams. We have New England Patriots and the Miami Dolphins.
Yeah, right now it's kind of just rumored.
Like,
right? I guess there's some business deals that are going on.
You heard it here first.
But the Overwatch, the Blizzard Overwatch League is pretty much, I guess, taking sponsorships for teams that are going to be actually in this tournament.
Yeah.
And evidently, like, just reading up on it, it's not that odd of a thing. I was reading a little bit into the article that they posted. I believe it was on, I don't know if it was Forbes or something. But they're pretty much saying, like, and even in Europe or like some of these other like Asian countries, like soccer teams will go in and sponsor like esports league teams.
Mm-hmm. It's not.
So it's interesting. I mean, I honestly, until today, I never thought like we would have a sports franchise team like the New England Patriots or like the Miami Dolphins go and sponsor a esports team, which many athletes don't even think that should even be, sports shouldn't even be in the word. That's the interesting thing.
Weren't they all like talking like crap about
some of the anchors, some of the like news reporters, stuff like that? Some of them said, like, I can't remember who it is, and I'm sure there's people out there that probably know him by name. But there was times where they're like, if I have to start covering esports and video games, I'm quitting. Like, I'm retiring.
I think I've
you know what I mean? Like,
Goodbye.
Like, there's definitely people that have done that.
So
I think on ESPN there has
that's what it was. Yeah, it was one of the hosts.
Let him go. Screw
it. But it's just really interesting that you have these two NFL teams that are now going to sponsor these esports teams.
I always say, you have on one end the Patriots who just want to be the best at everything, and then you have the Miami Dolphins who just want to be good at something.
And esports is their window.
I know them.
So
I think really for this topic though, it's for them. I think it's more about like the potential for making some money, because honestly, what was the estimate? Like over $700 million.
Yeah, something like you can potentially make like $700 million from sponsoring a team, doing these tournaments, this and the other thing.
I mean, because the Patriots needed more money.
Because those coaches aren't dummies. I mean, they know they're businessmen.
It's not the coaches; it's the owners.
So they know what they're doing.
They know what they can get from marketing, sponsorships, this and the other thing. Like, it's just another platform to make that marketing and sponsorship money.
Yeah,
and that's
whether or not they care about it. Like, they're still going to probably provide certain things for those teams, and they're going to have, I guess, practice areas. So it's not going to be a practice field, but you're going to have practice areas and stuff like that in a team based out of these cities. And like I said, they're going to be sponsored. Like, if there's going to be the esports New England Patriots, they're going to be just lit up with marketing patches.
Yeah. They're going to be looking like NASCAR drivers.
Exactly. So, like, it's really interesting. I guess, like, deals could always fall through. I guess the deals aren't solidified. This is just very... we're just really hearing about this today. So, by the time that when we actually record the podcast...
It'll all be debunked.
So, I mean, it could
probably.
Be. But
this is all good information.
Bill Belichick's like, hell no.
I think the bigger question about all this really is that video games, does this mean that video games, does the audience grow? Are they taken more serious now?
Yeah, you look at exactly what you're saying, what it does for the market, and, now that not saying that any other sports team, but, we have NFL sponsorship right now with the New England Patriots.
Well,
and that's showing how big video games are. They went from like...
And Overwatch in general.
And Overwatch, yeah. It's just huge. Esports
I don't think it's winning over anybody who's not a gaming fan, but it's drawing more gamers into esports.
Yeah. Well, it's just the headline alone. New England Patriots buy into an esports team for Overwatch.
Yeah.
Now, anybody that might be solely interested in New England Patriots that are hardcore fans, maybe I'll give this a try.
Yeah.
Oh, what's this game? Oh my God, they're doing this? Oh, they're going to have an actual tournament near my house? Maybe I'll go check that out. Yeah, but you're going to have Tom Brady going and signing at these events for esports? You know what I mean? Like, there's 101 scenarios where they can make money or bring other people into an interest that may or may not already be there. So it's really interesting to think about.
The other side of the coin is, though, that maybe that these owners aren't really going to have like a hands-on with the situation, but more or less they're investing.
I think that's what it's going to be.
And if that's what it is, then I don't see the NFL getting involved with video games. Unless it's Madden. I don't see the correlation. The only thing I see is a a very smart businessman with a lot of potential money to invest will invest in that with some kind of game. That's what I see. I mean, I don't see new fans from NFL coming into video games.
This is a big thing. This isn't like just, Joe's Crab Shack gonna start sponsoring. This is, the NFL. So they're gonna have...
I don't want to... See, here's the thing. I don't want to get it too differentiated between... I want to get it differentiated between the NFL and the teams. Like, these teams are their own organizations. I don't know if the NFL is going to sponsor it.
No.
But Kraft, the owner of...
Mac and cheese.
The owner of Mac and cheese.
Owner of the Patriots is going to be buying into this investment. And at the end of the day, when you look at the amount of money that these teams have, I mean, none of these professional esports players are going to be expecting what Tom Brady makes. Or like a running back makes, or a linebacker, or like a lineman makes.
They'll get a chance to shake his hand.
That they're going to be paid X amount of dollars for a ordinary year.
I mean, if they do tournaments and stuff, they usually do a cash prize and
there's always going to be a cash prize.
And I mean that's one thing. But if you're talking about a salaried athlete, no.
Yeah, I know that. I'll talk to my friend Bill Belichick. Is that it?
You get a point. Go tally a point for Jonah.
Yes, there you go. There it is.
But
I know sports.
Football knowledge.
I know sports.
But the other interesting part of this and the other money making part of this could very well be Overwatch being as big as it is. You start getting the New England Patriot Overwatch team, and all of a sudden you have custom skins that you can buy on Overwatch with the Patriot logos. That benefit both Blizzard to make money and the New England Patriots.
I'll only agree with you if I walk into a Dick's Sporting Goods and I start seeing Overwatch jerseys.
Wouldn't that be amazing, though?
One would dream, right?
But like I said, it could just... There's 100 different variables that they could utilize to make money or get more people interested in something like this.
A lot of smart investors have seen the writing on the wall that video games are here to stay, and there is a potential market there for a lot of different... There's a lot of different ways to make money. So professionally or on the side or whatever, like if you find a way to invest in something like this, it's going to be pretty lucrative. There's a lot of fan base around it, especially, and I agree. Like Overwatch, the Overwatch League is as smart as saying like having like a World of Warcraft or having a StarCraft League or something like that. It drives competition. There's a lot of competition there.
Yeah, well, you probably end up getting more teams showing up for different.
And it's probably, it doesn't have to be just limited to the NFL teams. It could be NBA teams.
Yeah.
It could be anything like that. You could have Jay-Z show up and be like, hey, I want a Brooklyn Nets Overwatch team. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the thing is, the interesting thing, and looking at like where we are as gamers and people that actually play video games now, is that the average gamer is pretty much, average age is like 35 now. So we are getting into that point where people are getting older and are still interested in this. Mm-hmm. So we could be gaming into 40s, 50s, and that interest level for games, as well as say like football, is going to be, I don't think it's going to go anywhere.
More to your point, you're right, the demographic is getting older, but that also means we're making more money.
Yeah.
So
disposable income.
Only in theory. In theory. All right. So I'm not speaking to like anybody
make sure
here.
My rent check out there.
But I'm saying like
we're sponsored by the NFL.
Yeah, he's
definitely not.
Guys, the owner of this house comes home in 10 minutes. We gotta get out of here.
so like the demographic. Yeah, if the gamers are getting older, then potentially yes, we should be making more money, and that means we have a disposable income to put into these things, and that's what they're seeing. They're seeing that, and that's what I mean by the writing on the wall. There's a lot of investment opportunity.
And the other thing of it is too is that it may not even just be like everybody has a lot more disposable income. It could just be the fact that this is cheaper entertainment. You spend $60 on one game that's gonna, like a Fallout or something else.
Sure.
That's gonna get you hours upon hours upon hours upon hours of entertainment. Mm-hmm. Or you can go out to the movies and blow $40-$50 between movies and dinner.
That is a completely different topic.
Or go to the bar and spend $100 in a night on drinks.
Right.
And compared to what you're getting from just the enjoyment of the entertainment in your own home and your privacy of your own home.
But they will, I think, televise the Overwatch League. Like NFL games. I believe that's the direction they wanted to go.
Yeah.
And then the sports bar thing turns into like the Dave and Buster's. Yeah, like an esports bar.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I can see retro video games like on the wall, like just people playing like.
Oh, they wouldn't bring out retro. They would bring out the most modern, whatever they can do.
Oh, you mean like total VR submersion?
ESPN has tried televising esports before, but their viewing.
It just doesn't work. Because it's a different interest.
So they have to find get a channel.
Well, you know what it is? Video games is a social event. It's a social thing. I really believe that. I believe that if you're playing a video game and you're in it with your friends, it's a social thing. So just to watch other people play video games, unless you're like a betting man and you wanted to like put money on a certain player that's doing really well, and you're it's still social but you're just playing a different game on top of the game.
They put a lot of the esports on. I've seen it. They do live streams.
They're doing TBS is really trying to get into that market now.
I've seen a couple of things. I mean, it kept my interest for like a half an hour at least.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're interested in the battles and things like that.
I still think there's never going to be a situation where Twitch isn't broadcasting it live. Right. But it's going to be interesting to see if any kind of big TV broadcasting actually picks it up.
I'm
sure. Actually stick with it.
Well, like if TV's still around in the next couple of years, it might
have holograms.
Well, that's the other thing too. TV is slowly dying, or we're having alternate paths to getting what we're actually looking for.
And that's when you'll start seeing the networks try to grab what they can to stay relevant.
To be clear, you mean not the television itself, but rather the cable networks that provide the service.
Yeah, the cable services.
Okay.
Yes.
There's one thing
TV's
There's one thing we can take from this, though, is that video games were a mistake, and they shouldn't have happened.
Yeah.
Yes. We should have just stuck to chess.
Yeah.
We should have never hired Jonah for free.
That's true. Next time we'll screen our hosts.
We're going to have a cardboard cutout of
Jonah. So, does this hurt or help the gaming industry?
I think it can only help.
I think it helps.
Help, Jonah?
Yeah, I don't see how it could hurt. So.
It depends.
I think
if we're going to start having different, scenarios where there's controversy with these teams or anything like that.
Well, I think
Deflategate.
Well, here's what's going to happen.
Deflategate. Maybe there's special triggers like aimbots in the controller. That's the only thing I can
That kid was taking Ritalin. I saw him and he was jacked up.
That kid was on cocaine literally 5 minutes before he got on.
We do not fully sponsor that child.
He's sitting there the entire time. Woo!
Then you got to have Tom Brady just show up for 10 minutes, we're sorry. We did not mean to do that. Can I have my money now?
That's the only way I really think it could get really
that, or they choose the wrong game. Now YouTube is having an issue with Call of Duty footage because it's too violent. So you know, and we know esports is big on Call of Duty and things like that. So now
Overwatch is not necessarily.
That's right, T for T.
No, Overwatch is more, it's more friendly. You're not going to see someone's face explode or blood coming out or anything like that.
No, they just fall over.
They just fall over. They go to sleep, children. They get tired.
They fainted. The bullets knocked them out.
They were sleeping
They're all rubber bullets.
that whole YouTube thing, that was a completely different topic.
It is a different topic, but that's how they could get in trouble. This team.
If somebody gets too upset about the fact that now they're glorifying people playing video games,
then you're gonna have the press be like, "Hey, how come you're glorifying this violent game that children shouldn't be playing?" I just
or the opposite side, or the opposite side, because a lot of the Overwatch women are very.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm not going to put a word on it, but that could very be like a women's right movement could be why are you glorifying this game? Yeah, exactly. Right. They're very revealing. Why are you glorifying this game that shows XYZ and blah blah blah? It just writes itself.
Right.
In this day and age that we live in. So that's the other side of it. It could be that. It could be the violent side of it. It could be the materialization of women, whatever the case may be. Something offends everybody.
All it could do is bring gaming back into the media.
So, again, I think it could help. But there's definitely ways that it could take a hard left turn.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Hopefully, no one out there wants to spoil the fun and keep it on the positive side.
That's why I'm almost convinced that they might stay away and just do Twitch and not broadcast it on a cable TV network. So people that want to go and see it, they can go search it out.
I feel like anything with a disclaimer, though, should have fair use. Be like,
Yeah.
listen, hey, we put a disclaimer in the beginning to put children to bed,
Yeah.
put the sensitive eyes to sleep, watch this at your own risk.
So that's the thing, even with Call of Duty. Like Call of Duty, I mean, I guess there's still blood, but it's not something like it's gushing out. It's not Gears of War where you freaking take a shotgun and they
chainsaw
blow
people
to
in half.
meat pieces in front of you.
It's not freaking like Conan Exiles
Ah, here we go.
With the endowment meter.
with the endowment meter and dangling parts.
We should see that on TV.
Let's Play coming soon.
Yeah, you gotta pay for that shit.
Coming to USA Networks.
I guess what you did there.
Oh, you're so smart. But guys, what do you think of this topic? Let us know down in the comments.